What's up guys, Perry from Rockville here, and today I'm going to teach you how to set up your RWM-3US triple wireless UHF microphone system. This mic system is perfect for any live performances, DJ events, houses of worship, conferences, and much more. So as you can see, it comes with the 3-channel receiver, 3 wireless microphones, a pair of batteries for each microphone, a 1/4-inch cable, 3 antennas to optimize microphone use, and a power supply. The RWM-3US is also 1U rack mountable, so we can use these 4 corners here on the receiver to screw them into any rack bag or rack mount. So the first thing we can do to set up the receiver is take the 3 antennas and screw them onto the back of the receiver. After that, we can raise the antennas so that the receiver picks up the signals from the microphones. So now to set up our microphones, we're going to want to go to the bottom of the mic and unscrew the end cap to reveal the battery compartment. Then we'll take a pair of the included batteries and put them in with the positive ends facing down. Then we're just going to take our end cap and screw it back onto the microphone. Then we're going to want to do the same exact thing for the other microphones. And when we turn it on, you'll notice the LCD lights light up. Now, one of the ways we can set up our receiver is with a powered speaker. So let me show you how to set that up next. Alright, so here I have my BPA-8 powered speaker that I'm going to connect my receiver into. Now before we make any connections, we'll want to start with the volumes on our receiver and on our speaker all the way down to avoid any unwanted noise or feedback. I'm going to take the included 1/4-inch cable. I'm going to take one end and plug it into the mix out 1/4-inch output on the back of the receiver. Then I'm going to take the other end and plug it into the 1/4-inch input on the back of my speaker. We can also use the XLR mix output on the back of the receiver to plug into a powered speaker. So now I'll go ahead and turn on my powered speaker. Then I'm going to want to raise the channel volume on my speaker. Then I'll raise the volume knobs on the front of the receiver. So now if I turn on my microphone, you should be able to hear my voice coming out of the speaker. Now when we're using this setup, we can use the volume knobs on the front of the receiver to mix the sound of each microphone. Now the great thing about using wireless microphones is now I have total freedom to move around and not have to worry about any microphone cables whatsoever. Now I also want to point out the LCD displays on the microphones themselves. Now the LCD displays on the front of the microphone will actually tell us how much battery life it has and what frequency it's set to. We have up to 20 frequency channels that we can choose from for the clearest sound possible. So if we're experiencing any dropouts or interference while using the microphone, we can use this top button here to change the frequency channel. And you'll always know which microphone goes to which channel because the frequencies will actually match up on the receiver and the microphone together. We can also use the power button to put the microphones on standby mode by pressing it once. And with our wireless microphones, we can go as far as 300 to 400 feet indoors and 250 feet to 350 feet outdoors away from the receiver and still be able to hear our voice coming out of the speakers. Now we also have the option to set up the RWM-3US with a powered mixer and a couple of passive speakers. So let me show you that setup next. Alright, so here I have my powered mixer that is powering these 2 passive speakers that I'm going to connect my receiver into. Similar to our last setup, we can use the 1/4-inch or XLR mix outputs to connect it to a channel on our mixer. However, we can also use the balance outputs on the back of the receiver and set them up to 3 different channels on our mixer for more control of our sound. Again, before making any connections, we'll want to lower the volumes on our receiver and mixer to avoid any unwanted noise or feedback. So for this setup, we're going to need 3 XLR cables. We're going to take the female ends and plug them into the balanced A, B, and C outputs on the back of the receiver. Then we'll take our other ends and plug them into 3 different channels on our mixer. Today we'll use 1, 2, and 3. So now we can go ahead and turn on our mixer. Next, we'll want to raise the volume knobs on each channel on our receiver. Then we'll want to raise the volume faders on each channel on our mixer. Now to hear everything coming out of our speakers, we'll want to raise the main left and right faders on our mixer. So now if I go ahead and turn on my microphone, you should be able to hear my voice coming out of both speakers. Now we raise the volume knobs on our receiver to send the microphone signal to the mixer, but from there we can control the volume of each microphone using the faders on our mixer. This is a great setup because now we can use the features on the mixer like the built-in EQs and effects with the whole wireless system for more control of our sound. So I hope this showed you guys how easy it is to set up your RWM-3US triple wireless UHF microphone system. But of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to our customer support team through phone or email. As always guys, I'm Perry from Rockville, and I'll see you next time.